start on axle number 2. Brake lines and fittings. Properly mounted and secured, no abrasions, bulges, or cuts, no leaks. Brake chamber. Properly mounted and secured, not broken, cracked, or damaged, and no leaks. Slack adjuster and push rod. Properly mounted and secured, not broken, cracked, or damaged, no more than 1 inch play when pulled on by hand with the brakes released. The angle of the push rod and adjuster should be a little over 90 degrees when the brakes are released and no less than 90 degrees when the brakes are applied. Spring hanger. Front properly mounted and secured, not broken, cracked, or damaged, no missing hardware. Leaf springs. Properly mounted and secured, not broken, cracked, or damaged, no leaves out of alignment more than 1/4 inch. If out of alignment could mean broken springs. 2 U-bolts properly mounted and secured, no missing nuts. Shock absorber properly mounted and secured, not broken, cracked, or damaged. Bushings not dry rotted or missing, and no leaks. Rear spring hanger and airbag properly mounted and secured, not broken, cracked, or damaged, no missing hardware. Airbag has no abrasions, bulges, or cuts, and not leaking. Inner wheel seal. Properly mounted and secured, not broken, cracked, or damaged, not leaking. If leaking, it would be signs of oil on the inner wheel. Brake drum. Properly mounted and secured, not broken, cracked, or damaged, no illegal holes, welds, or debris. Brake lining or shoes. Properly mounted and secured, not broken, cracked, or damaged, not worn dangerously thin, not less than 1/4 inch in thickness. Rims. Inner, center, and outer. Properly mounted and secured, not broken, cracked, or damaged, no illegal holes or welds, and no leaks. Inner, center, and outer tire walls. Properly mounted and secured, no abrasions, bulges, or cuts, and no leaks. Valley or spacers. Valley between the tires. Properly mounted and secured, no spaces between the rims, and free of debris. Tire tread. Properly mounted and secured, no abrasions, bulges, or cuts, worn evenly across the top of the tire, no less than 2/32 in any major groove, same size and type across the axle. Lug nuts. Properly mounted and secured, are all present, no loose lug nuts, no signs of metal shapings or discoloration on aluminum rim. Rust trail on steel rims to show signs of loose lug nuts. Valve stem. Properly mounted and secured, not broken, cracked, or damaged, has a dust cover and not leaking. This is where I would use the tire gauge to check for proper inflation. Outer wheel seal. Properly mounted and secured, not broken, cracked, or damaged, no leaks. Axle number 3, do the same as axle number 2. Fifth wheel assembly. Airline, in parentheses, to sliding fifth wheel. Properly mounted and secured, no leaks. Mounting bolt. Properly mounted and secured, not broken, cracked, or damaged, no missing nuts or bolts. Locking jaw. Properly mounted and secured, not broken, cracked, or damaged, the jaws are around the shank of the kingpin. Platform, in parentheses, fifth wheel. Properly mounted and secured, not broken, cracked, or damaged, and properly secured to the frame. Release arm. Properly mounted and secured, not broken, cracked, or damaged, release arm is in the locked position. Kingpin / apron / gap. Properly mounted and secured, kingpin is not bent. Apron is not bent, cracked, or damaged. Gap, there is no light showing between the apron and the fifth wheel. Sliding fifth wheel and locking pins. Properly mounted and secured, not broken, cracked, or damaged. Check that the pins are in the locked position. Rear of tractor. Frame and cross member. Properly mounted and secured, not broken, cracked, or damaged, not bent or twisted, no illegal holes or welds. Mud flaps. in parentheses, splash guards. Properly mounted and secured, not torn or missing. Clearing should not less than 2 inches or no more than 8 inches from the ground. Lights and reflectors. Properly mounted and secured, not broken, cracked, or damaged. Proper color. Red facing the rear. Check for proper clearance between tractor frame and the landing gear. Side of trailer. Landing gear properly mounted and secured. Sand feet are free of debris. Landing gear is in the raised position. Crank handle is in the stowed position. All lights and reflectors, in parentheses, front, center, and rear, are properly mounted and secured, not broken, cracked, or damaged. Amber to the front, red to the rear. Frame. Properly mounted and secured, not broken, cracked, or damaged. No missing cross members, no holes in the floor. Will check every 4 to 6 feet. Sliding tandems. Properly mounted and secured, not broken, cracked, or damaged. Checking that the locking pins, 4 in parentheses, are in locked position, and checking that the release handle is in the locked position.